again with another Kukri review. This one is a Bujpure Sirupate. It's made in the Bujpure region of Nepal. And I already did a sheath retention test and it failed. This fell right out, as you can see. So I didn't bother putting that in the video. However, I'm going to go through all the same tests with this Kukri as I have with my previous ones. So that'll include a paper cutting test, a wood chopping test, and then I might do a bottle chopping test at the end. This one is the same length as my Madras Arsenal collar, so it comes in at 34 centimeters long for the blade. However, this one weighs a fair bit more. This is 100 grams more, so it brings it right up to the absolute maximum weight that I'm willing to carry in a Kukri, which is 700 grams. Alright, so as you can see, it's a Sirupate shape. It is thin and long, however, it's quite thick through the spine. So its weight is further forward as well, so the balance is, it's not quite where I would like it to be, but it's certainly still usable. Alright, so no further ado, I'll take you inside and we'll do a paper cutting test. Alright, so here we are now. I realise that my head has been cut out of this frame for this test. And that's because, once again, I'm only using my phone and I'm just simply placing my phone on things to get the closest angle I can. Here's the Kukri. I haven't really done a whole lot to it, but I have hit it up with a steel and stropped it with leather because it wasn't very sharp out of the box. This is certainly a tourist grade Kukri, as Simon Hengel would call it. Hey Simon, if you're watching this. And again, phone book paper, it's thinner than regular paper, which makes it harder to cut. But I've done a little bit of work to it and it's sharp enough, it'll do the job. It slices quite well actually, which is what you should expect from Sirupate. So, alright, so this is the paper test. It's still tearing, there's still some spots that need to be touched up, but I'm not going to put as much work into this as I would normally would with my other Kukris, simply because it is what it is. And, but it does the job, and that's the main thing. Alright, thanks guys. I'll be back in it shortly with the wood chopping test. Alright, so I already did one chopping test on the wood, and it was the last piece, and I wasn't fully in the in frame, so I'm going to have to redo it and improvise and do something with the piece I've got left. So it's going to be a little bit different, so unfortunately I can't keep as consistent as I normally would, or as much as I'd like to. However, we're going to do the chopping test now, using this method here. I don't know how it's going to go, I've never done this before, I'm really just improvising, quick and dirty like I said. And probably stand up with my foot on this and chop away, but I don't think I'll, actually no I won't do that. We'll just try like this. Alright. That's quite loud. As you can see, the additional weight really helps, and it is biting a lot more like an axe, and as I said, so it's usable, but the balance isn't quite right for what I want. It's a bit front heavy. However, it is getting the job done. Look at those chunks. is a touch awkward. As you can see at the end there, I sheared through it rather than cutting through it. Part because of the method, part because I was using the sheer weight of this thing. However, the edge is good. The edge is held up fine. Again, probably due to the sheer weight and thickness of this. Alright, we'll be back shortly. I'll do the bottle chop. Alrighty, final part, well actually second to last. I want to test this edge after I've done all of this, so I haven't cleaned it, I haven't tidied it up. I'm going to do this bottle chop, and then I'll do the paper test again, we'll see how it does at the end. Now, here it is, my cut was a little bit off. I think that might be due to a lack of familiarity, but it's also because it's heavy. It's heavy to swing, but it went through well, and it's clean enough for me. Alright, so now we'll go back inside and we'll do our paper test again. Alright, here we are, final test. Blade's exactly as it was after the bottle chop. There's even still some water on it, as you can see. We've got our phone book paper. Let's see how it held up. Yeah, it's a little bit, oh no. Yeah, it's a little bit toothy. There's a few areas where I struck that wood pretty hard. I'm guessing that it's this hasn't been hardened quite as well as some of my other knives. I mean, look at that. It's dulled the edge. Which is to be expected, but at the same time, if it had been heat treated correctly, I'd have no toothiness at all, I don't think. I think it would be just fine, and I should have been slicing this just fine. But considering what it is, it's not too bad. Alright, and that's my quick and dirty review of the Bujpure or Bujpure. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it, I'm pretty sure it's Bujpure. Sirupate. And it's not a full tang, it's not a pin tang, it's a partial tang, it's just been glued in. That doesn't bother me in the slightest, I think that's fine. If the blade were ever to come out of the handle, you basically just reheat up the natural epoxy the Nepalese use and you can fit the handle straight back on. So same thing goes. If you break your handle, you can take this blade and you can still use it, obviously not properly, but you can still use it to actually craft yourself a new handle if you have to. Just keep that epoxy resin, heat it back up, and fit yourself a new handle. There's many ways of doing that, but I haven't heard of these failing. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. This is my quick and dirty on the Sirupate, and hopefully you enjoy it. Any suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Obviously my camera work needs a lot of practice, and obviously a little bit more investment as well into some bits and pieces, and yeah, no, that's all I've got for now. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.